Welcome to Mind Over Matter, where we feature young Jamaicans who are shooting for the stars. I'm your host, Margaret Boyne. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, please do and hit that notification bell. My guest is only 22 years old and is already making a name in the field of agriculture. He isn't just raising chickens. He's a comedian turned poultry farmer who has gone viral with his TikTok videos using a unique blend of music and poetry with his farm life. He shares his inspiring journey as a young poultry farmer and entrepreneur. My guest is Cleo Jones, aka Steam Young Mineral. Welcome to Mind Over Matter.
Hey, what's up? That
Cleo.
intro was great. I like that intro.
Yeah, man. Nice having you, man.
Enough respect, mind over matter. Of
Yes.
course.
And I
So
see
what
you're
go on?
in,
You good?
I see you're on your farm, man.
Yeah, man, we're on the farm. You know, we have to do it's only right we do the interview on the
Yes,
farm, right?
right.
Yeah, man.
All right, you're a comedian, a lyricist, a poet, entrepreneur, a poultry farmer. You seem to have combined these different worlds successfully. Which, though, is your first love?
Music.
Music.
Yeah, man. Music was always the first love. Always enjoyed, writing rhymes, spitting lyrics and beat. And, what would I say? Farming was second. And, I would put comedy third.
You
Yeah, man.
started in high school, you started at school doing the music?
Yeah, man. So I went to Kingston College. You don't know, that is an all-boy school. Yeah, man. And
yes.
KC, all-boy school. Anyway, the boys them they don't know an artist after they keep the vibe going in at the school on campus. So that's where I came in, and I had family who were musicians. I had uncles who were songwriters, producers. My father was a producer as well, so that's where the love for music, came from.
The Steam Young Mineral, no, how that name came up?
All right, that name is it's a very comedic name. So Steam. So one day my parents were on vacation for maybe like a week, and me and some of my cousins and some of my friends, we were running a boat, and I think them did a boil soup and the steam burned me. So then start troubling about it. And when my parents came on vacation, them hear it, ask me how I get the name. I made up a lie at the time because I never want them to know, so I invite over my friend and my cousin them come cook out them gas. So I give them another explanation for the name, and it just stuck. Yeah, man.
That's funny.
And Mineral, it's because of the background, the community that I'm from. It's a community called Cayman as Mineral, so that's where that came from. Yeah, man.
I see. You mentioned your father. Your father, Mineral Boss was his name.
That's right.
I know you lost your father. How did that affect you?
All right, yeah, man. So I lost my dad at 16 years old, and I mean, that's where the hustle really came from, because I had to become a man, I had to stand up on my own, started fending for myself at a very tender age. So that's where, the hustle, that brought out the entrepreneurship skills, that squeezed out the creative juice outside of me. And yeah, man, we just have to hit the road from 16 or also. So as mentioned earlier, I went to Kingston College. I remember in high school selling juice. So, we have to pass through downtown for go home. So we'd buy the lime them and the sugar and whatever ingredient, buy the bottle them at the bottle factory, make the juice, bottle it, put it in the freezer. Next day, by the time we reach school, by 10 o'clock, juice them done. Yeah, man. So we used to sell lemonades. We used to sell what them call a kool-aid, the shock, we Jamaican call it shaka berry.
Oh, yes. Yes,
yeah,
Shackerberry or something like that.
And, yeah, man, we used to bottle it and sell it in a high school. So that's where entrepreneurship started for me.
So you had a business mind. You had a business mind from early then.
Yep.
How did you get into farming? I mean, poultry farming.
So I've always been around it, but not in it. I have family members who raise chickens, raise pigs, do eggs, goats. So I was always around it. But when did I start? So I remember December 2022. My girlfriend and I, we decided that we were going to keep a cake sale. Cake sale went super, super great. It was extremely successful. And I say, you know, so I don't want to mess up that money, I do. What can I do? What can I do with this? And as we say, I was always around farming, so you know that was the first thing that came to mind. All right, I'm gonna start poultry farming. But I'm a type of person where anything that I'm doing, I like to be different with it. So I was thinking, how can I be different? How can I be different? So because I already, you know, had the love for music, I was always writing songs, lyrics. I say, you know what? I'm gonna write 2 chicken songs and put up on TikTok and see what can go on, you know. So that's where the blend
so
of
it
creativity.
started.
Yeah, backtrack to what I was saying. December 2022, the cake sale went extremely great. You know, family members, community people, neighbors supported, co-workers, friends. After the cake sale was over, as stated, it was very successful. And I just bought a deep freeze downtown in the Christmas, you know, Grand Market. When you touch Christmas time downtown, you can get a little discount.
Yes.
If you have style and know to talk down the price, you know. If we go downtown, go talk down the price, I'm gonna get a deep freeze for a nice price. Bought some building materials, you know, some zinc, some lumber, some cement, mesh, and we just build a coop. Started off with 100 chickens, didn't even have any customer, never know who to sell them to. We just went out there and decided.
No, but before you even reach the selling part, though, I'm Cleo. These are chickens. Chickens need whole heap of care. You had any instances of some of them dying or?
Yeah, man. So that's just a given in poultry farming. Once you get a batch of chicken, a few ago, I mean, drop out. You just want to know so you keep the mortality at a low.
Okay.
But it's always, you're always gonna have chickens dying. But it wasn't bad though. Maybe out of the first 100 that I invested in, maybe like 5 or 6 didn't make it.
I was going to ask you about the funding for the business, but you mentioned that the money from the cake sale that you had used
man,
to start it.
And I work a 9 to 5 as well. So every fortnight I get paid, I try job, I try invest, you know, after I take out money for go back to work and my bills. Instead of I used to save it, instead of saving, I decide say, you know what, I will cut the saving for a little and invest now. So I started investing, you know, if I want $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, whatever it is, I just threw it in the business, whether it was buying feed, whether it was buying chickens, equipment, whatever.
But you mentioned having a 9 to 5 job. So how you able to do the raising of the chicken and working? How you manage that?
But I get hectic sometimes, but as a grandparents I always say, if you want good, your nose off a run.
Right.
Honestly speaking, I couldn't have done it alone. I stated it is me and my girlfriend start the business. So, you know, what I can do, she cover, and what she can do, me cover. So we just keep that formula going, and, you know, yin and yang method, and we just make it work.
I love to see that, you know.
Yeah, man.
You went viral on social media. How did this impact your poultry business?
All right. So when I went viral on social media, the chickens were about 4 weeks. The first batch, the same 100 that we're talking about that I started off with, at the time didn't even have any customer. And the first video that I posted, it went viral, probably like I think it was 300,000 or 400,000 views. And, you know, restaurant owners start linking me. I say, yo, would I give you support XYZ? And before you knew it, I had a client base. I had people ordering chickens. I started securing contracts, started expanding, all of that. So it has been really great. I wouldn't have reached this far, and it's only been a year.
This is just a year.
Yeah, man, the achievement is crazy, and I don't think I could have done it without TikTok. You know, without social media. So I'm truly grateful. I'm living in an era where social media is, you know, present.
That is so true. The lyrics now for that first one that went viral, what were the lyrics about?
All right. You want me to spit it?
Yeah, man, do it.
All right. How did it start? Boy, I'm right so much of them. How did that start again? Yeah, man, I remember it now. So it goes something like this. if education are the key ambition of the locksmith, first batch sold off is another batch. This to the profit like gymnasts, make you back flip back. That's again till they see a fat brick. We supply wings and legs and hip for the curry and fry and the jerkman griddle.
I can't see why that went viral, but that's a unique style you have there, man. So why haven't you done music professionally though?
I'm thinking about doing it, but it's like the type of music that I want to do. It's not really supported a lot by a lot of modern day producers. So I know that if I'm going to launch out, it would be like me as an independent artist doing it by myself until maybe help might come along. But I know I would have to start as an independent artist, and in order to start as an independent artist, it really takes a lot of money, studio time, marketing, shooting music videos. So it's something that I have in the back of my mind, but I want to build up the business first, where I know that man can use the profit after that and try to venture out into some music or something, something else.
But how you came up with the idea though to fuse it too? Because I don't think I would have thought of that. I would have just put up my videos with my chickens and that's it.
To tell you the truth, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just an out of the box person.
Okay.
Every time I come up with something, I always think, how am I going to be different at it? How people can look at him and say, yeah man, I him that yeah man, I film business that because I think that if you can find a way how to be different, how to be unique, and how to get people to love it, you'll achieve more faster. And that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, man.
How many chickens do you have now? You started out with 100, you said?
Yeah, man.
How big is the farm now?
All right, so hold on, let me turn the tripod. So these babies, we got them Thursday. It's 700 chicks, and we have some more on the other side of the farm, but that side of the farm, the signal doesn't really pick up so well, so I couldn't even bring you over there to show you what's up. But we have 500 over there.
Okay.
And we did a harvest. We did a harvest yesterday. Yeah, man.
Going on well.
So when the farm is at its full capacity, we're looking at maybe 1,600 chickens at full capacity.
Yeah. Do you have eggs as well?
I don't have any layers. My uncle has layers though.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but I don't have any layers.
Oh, so you specialize in what you'd call those, no? What kind of chickens? Oh, broilers.
Yeah, man. Some people call them white fowl, Jamaican.
White fowl.
But they are broilers. Yeah, man, they're broilers.
Yes. So
let me try to grab one for you. Hold on.
No. Oh, wow.
This is just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4-day-old. Trust me, this bird, he's very plummy for a 4-day-old chick.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. What would you say though, Cleo, were some of the challenges that you had or that you have had over the past year?
All right, so one, starting out, marketing was an issue, but we resolved that very, very quickly. When I came up with, the method of infusing music and poems, so we got over that hurdle, maybe like 4 weeks into the business. Infrastructure was a problem for me. There were times when it was raining very hard and the coop was leaking because at the time I didn't really have as much capital to build the coop as strong and as good. So we built it on a what would I say, on a low budget. It was a very low budget project. So we had instances where rain was falling and the top of the coop was leaking. And we had instances where we didn't really have a good space to store the feed. So there were times when feed would go bad on us. So we would buy like 10 bags to store somewhere, and maybe like 2 would spoil, 3 would spoil, and it's like $3,000 a bag for feeding. So having 2-3 bags of feeding going to waste, it's really bad for the business expense. We had instances where there was this one time when I took a huge blow. There was this time when one of the deep freeze broke down. One of the deep freeze broke down, and I lost a lot of chickens because we had a lot of chickens in there. And the chickens that we had in there, we harvested them probably like a day or 2 ago. So they weren't really tough or rock solid. They were still soft. So that was an issue as well. But aside from that, there hasn't really been any major issue.
When these things happen, how you deal with that?
It's just the passion. I always tell people, you see, if you're gonna do something where you love, because once the bad them start forward, once you start at the L's them, once certain things start go downhill, you're gonna just throw in the towel. Honestly speaking, if I never really something me love, but that's a show and gone a long time. But it's something that I really love. It's something that I have a very strong passion for. And you know, people, and not only that, people are look to me. For people out there want to see me successful. So it's like I can't let them down. Also, I have a daughter now, man.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, man. So, you know, that kept me motivated.
You wouldn't have known everything about raising chickens and so. Where you got some information?
So the first set of knowledge was from family members who I mentioned earlier that was already doing poultry farming. You know, I learned a lot from them. I love reading, so you know, went on the internet, did a lot of reading, a lot of research. A representative from High Pro, him and I sat down and we discussed, you know, a lot of key features, how to brood the chickens properly, you know, what to give them, the amount of space that they need, the type of feed, what to put in the water, you know, at what stage they should be ready, what to do when they're 3 weeks, from 4 weeks, you know, tips on how, you know, to make the birds, I mean, you know, gain more weight, be more healthy, all of that. Yeah, man. So once I went viral, Rada started reaching out. High Pro started reaching out. High Pro even sponsored my farm at one point. High Pro gave me like 200 chickens and some feed. Yeah, man. And I got a handbook from them on how to raise the chickens. Yeah, man. So help did come.
Yeah. So what's the name of the farm?
It's called Raised Right.
Raised Right. Raised Right. Boy, you come up with a good name, the man.
And I think the name did a lot for the business as well. You know, the name just it sounds so good, because why wouldn't you want to eat something that's raised right?
Right.
It's kind of hard to forget. Some people don't even know me. Some people don't even know my name. Hey Cleo, or hey Steve, Raised Right. So I guess the Raised Right is a name that stick, you know?
Yes, it is. What about the business aspect though? How you handle it?
For the business process, of course, I'm not just here raising chickens because I love it. You know, I do love it, of course, but I'm not just doing it for that. I'm also in it for a profit as well, because it's a business, right? So aside from, you know, the technical things, knowing how to raise the chickens, you have to, one, focus on your marketing from a service, you know, after sales follow-up, you know, do a little, what would I say now? Do a little, you know, gather feedback, surveys, you know, ask the customers, hey, how was that set of chicken? How was this? How was that? You enjoyed this? You enjoyed that? What can be better? Make sure the invoices are sent out. You know, make sure you complete all the orders, you know, communicating, coordinating with delivery drivers to ensure that they have arrived on time. If they're late, you know, communicating with the customers, the clients, keeping them in the loop, you know, tracking the expense of the chickens. For every batch of chicken that I buy, I know how much feed they should eat versus what they eat, you know. Whatever other expense goes into the business, like labor, whatever it is, electricity, water, yeah, man, all of that has to be calculated right down to the T. So I know how much I'm putting in, how much I'm getting out. Every time I invest, you know, as mentioned, I work a 9 to 5. So every time I invest, you know, a portion of the fortnightly pay into the business, I write that down in an investment tracker. So at the end of the year, I can track how much money I invested in the business. If let's say I have an emergency and I have to, like, boom, take a quick money out of the business, you know, that would be like a cash withdrawal out of the business, because it's not like I'm gonna be using it for business purpose, it's for personal use. So I have to write that down as well. So yeah, man, we track everything, the accounting part, the marketing, you know, the branding, social media. Yeah, man.
And I'm glad you mentioned all of these things, you know, Cleo, because some people might just feel say it's just all about you go and you raise the chickens, but
yeah, man,
you know, they forget about that aspect of the work.
That is actually a business, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man, some people. So because of that, I don't, it's not like I don't like being a farmer, but I refer to myself as a agripreneur, so agricultural entrepreneur, because a lot of people in Jamaica, I think they do farming. Yeah, man, they're farmers, but they don't really, you know, make it into a business like that. Yeah, man, they don't really structure it as a business.
Your business have grown in such a short time, though, Cleo. What would you say are the factors for your success so far?
My factors for my success. One, I pray a lot over my business, yeah, man. Every morning, say a word of prayer for myself, the chickens, them, you know.
Leave that out at all.
Yeah, man, can't leave out that part there. Pray a lot. I study a lot, you know, try to find creative ways how to reach out to my customers. Like the other day, I had a customer, I saw a customer that I wanted to get in contact with. He was just a potential customer at the time. And for me, I don't like just, you know, going up to somebody and say, hey, you know, I raised some chickens, I do this, I do that. So I printed a t-shirt with like a proposal and sent to him. You know, I dropped it off at his office. He wasn't there at the time. And the other day, him called me and said, yo, you're the first person ever drop off a t-shirt at my office. And, you know, the t-shirt, it was a printed letter on it explaining who I am, what I do. And, you know, he got in touch. And quick time, when you look, we start selling some chickens. So it's about, you know, always finding creative ways, you know, building solid relationships, networking with people who are doing what you are doing. What else? Being creative, you know, using social media to my advantage. I love to refer to social media as the new marketing tool, because when I post a video, 300 person, even 20 million people can see the video if it's that successful. But for me, if you print a business card, I know a whole heap of time you get business cards, and sometimes you're not even remember with them there, right? So yeah, man, I think so. Social media play a big part. I couldn't have done this. I couldn't have reached this far without social media. It really play a big part. Yeah, man.
You want to big up the persons who have been, you know, so supportive of you?
Of course. I was waiting on that. All right, then. Boom. As we ever show gratitude, you know. So one, big up Damien from Chicken and Things. I'm a general that big up yourself, Damien.
Chicken and Things.
Yeah, man. Big up Sean from Timber Lounge. Big up PJ Wright. Big up Soul Cuisine. And, you know, everybody else who has been supportive. Those are just, you know, a list of customers. And of course, it's not just customer alone we get support from. Big up my family members who have been supportive as well, you know, the in-laws, and of course, my
in-laws too. I love that.
Yeah, man. Sometimes when we're harvesting chickens, if you know, if the in-laws them have time, they might pass through on the farm, come give a hand, and you know, make the labor expense. You know, so I'm really appreciative of that.
Those are the names.
Oh, and just to track back a little bit to the question that you asked earlier, how did I become successful at this so fast? I built a solid team. Yeah, man, I built a solid team. I couldn't have done it alone. I saw this quote the other day. The quote said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
Yes, very good.
Man. So I have a team, a trusted team, a reliable team, a team that I can depend on.
So what are your plans now for the business?
All right, so short-term plan, to expand, build another coop or two between now and the end of the year. But the long-term goal for the business, one, I want to start a grocery store where I can, you know, just take my farm products and put it in my grocery store. So that way, I don't really have to, not saying I'm going to stop, but I don't have to always be reaching out to restaurant. I can create an outlet for my farm, a storefront for my farm. So I'm gonna say, yeah, man, if I harvest 2,000-3,000 pounds of chicken, instead of calling, you know, CBR Best just to supply the wholesale, my farm can supply my wholesale. So that's the next big thing. Next, I want to branch off into some layers as well. I want to invest into some, you know, whole heap of layers for the, you know, that's eggs, goats as well, pigs, you name it. Just farming in general. I want to be like an indoor farmers market. Yeah, man. So that's the goal, man.
Love the vision, love it.
And of course, export. We can't leave that out.
What has been the reactions, your KC friends.
A regular we link up, man. Them proud of me.
Yeah.
the man them proud, man. And of course, you know, me proud for no say, all right, them have a friend where him become a pilot. I have another friend where, you know, him have the good in the army or the force or in the medical field. You know, I have friends where they are athletes. Them are run a world championships and I do all these great things. So when we link up, it's just a joy for say, yo, all the way I come from out of the one classroom and you know, we are grow, everybody have become them own man, we have become a father. One by one, every man I jump off of the gelding truck. So it's a joy when we link up, man. You know, the other day them link up on the farm. You know, we do a little farm cookout. You know, drink some juice and just all our vibes. It was a nice energy.
Okay, good. Yeah, so before you go now, I wanted to leave a message for our young people who might be considering going into the poultry farming business.
One, be very passionate about it. Make sure that you're passionate about it. That's one. Two, it's not easy, but it's worth it. Three, I hear somebody say this the other day, I'm a laugh. Them band comes to foul and them and them are got dead left foul and them. So there's always gonna be a demand for chicken.
Yes.
You know, you just have to find the customers, you just have to be creative, be professional. You know, don't just make it be a case where you just raise some chicken in your backyard for a little second source of income. Create a brand, you know, build a business, register your business, you know, get your business bank account and build a structure around it, and you're gonna see the business growing really quick. And you know, network. And as I always tell them, stop farm fool and farm foul.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, man, stop farm fool and farm foul. But it's a good business. I love to see, you know, young people reach out to me almost every day. You know, ask me questions. Some people show me them Cuba and say, yo, you know, say, you inspire me to do this, and it's just a great feeling for know, say you can make some TikTok videos and some youths can see it and decide so them are gonna give this a try as well, and you know it's working for them.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man.
It was great talking to you, Cleo.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this conversation, man, and I'm really impressed with the teamwork that you have going on with your girlfriend, you know, and I want, you know, to grow as the business grows, you know, grow together too, you know?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Trust me.
Yes.
And one of these days, I'm inviting you on the farm, you know?
Yeah, man, I'll definitely come and check it out. I'll definitely come and check it out.